Good afternoon there, YouTube and drills and chillers. Who's ready to paint? I have had you could see my little raccoon girl in the background over there. I have had this painting for about a month, and it has just been staring at me and begging me to get it kitted up and ready, which I did. And I'm ready for drills and chills. Today is the kickoff, September the 1st, and she's all sectioned off. And I've pulled the drills for this section. Look how beautiful and juicy these drills are for this one little section, because that's where I'm going to start. I'm not going to, say, oh, I'm going to do this part last because that's the juiciest part. Now I'm going to dive right in, and I'm glad you're here to join me. I also have here with me my Elizabeth Ward station. I'm using it for the first time. I already love it. I just love looking at all these colors for drills and chills, these luscious berries and purples and chocolate browns and lavenders and pinks. Oh, it's just a beautiful canvas, isn't it? I just love her. I just love her. And I'm going to get my light out of the way here and bring you back down here to where I was, what I'm working on, this section here. I like to say that I get myself ready for this, and that I know where I'm going to be here, but then I start moving things around because I want to show you guys so much stuff. So I tend to move things around. Look at this, and look at this, and look at this, because I get so excited. So I'm going to move my tray out of the way. And I have a few styluses here. Oh, I don't think I loaded up. Oh, wow. Okay. I cleaned everything. That's what I do after I get done with a diamond painting. I tend to clean. I like to start fresh. I don't like to carry any energy from the last painting, no matter how much I enjoyed it or not. I like to just start fresh. I like to respect every diamond painting and start with the new clean materials. And so I did take the tray from my Dreamer Design kit because I'm not going to wait until December to use this. I just love that it has these separators. So as we progress throughout this kit, if there's two colors that I'm taking, but I don't really even think I'll be using these because I have the Elizabeth Ward. So let's see how this all plays out. This is something new for me here. I just love how these containers open. And while I'm looking at my drills, I wanted to, and I'm going to link it in the video, I wanted to, oh, good, Lee, you're off to a good start already. Let's take these out of here. Did they land on the right spot? I think they may have. They actually did. That one goes there. See how everything is working out so beautifully already. I wanted to tell you guys that I found an app called GemFlow, and it is an app, I believe you can get it on your Android and your Apple, that is like a logbook for your diamond paintings. Oh, look at that, they fell right into place. So what you do is you download the app, of course. Oh, that's that little finger grip here, and that's what made it pour out of the side. So what you do is, look how shiny. I'm getting distracted every 2 seconds, but look at how shiny these drills are. So it's called GemFlow, and it's a diamond painting app. And the app is a log for your diamond painting. So what you would do is take a picture of your diamond painting, and then all your vitals for your diamond painting are there to log. There's also a place to shop, and there's one other thing too. Anyway, I love it. I was working on a PDF because I tend to dive a little bit deeper into my artwork. I always have. I've had art journals, and I like to write write about like why I picked a certain painting, what it was about that painting. Look at this luscious purple, hot pink fuchsia from Dreamer Designs. Actually, this is from Diamond Art Club, but I pulled out this kit from Dreamer Designs because I wanted to use the purple tray. It goes with Drills and Chills. So yeah, the Gem Flow, you're able to keep a log of your artwork and everything, you know, where you bought it, when you ordered it, when it arrived. But what's really nice too is it not only gives you a place to, you know, put your vitals, like how many colors, but it also has like a color graph of the DMC colors. So when you choose a color, like 310 is in the kit, it comes up as a swatch. So that's really, I just bought a book. I just bought a DMC book to be able to give you guys a better idea of what the colors are. I think I'm going to change up the way that I do my unboxings because there's just so much static and noise when we unbox. And I think what I'm going to do is just change it up a little bit, how that all gets done with an unboxing. And it's, you know, I'm back in the rounds and I've been looking for my squares. These are so shiny that they are actually blinding me. That's how pretty they are. And I was out and about today, but I was keeping a close eye on everything Drills and Chills today, and I was able to catch up with Katie's video, and I still have to sign on for Lindsay over at Emeralds and Fairy Dust, and I was so excited last night. I'm surprised I went to sleep. I'm sure Katie and Lindsay were, you know, I wish I could, you know, just sleep a little bit more because it's a lot of work to get these events together. You know, it's a lot of work. It's like planning a party. It's like, you know, hosting a gala. You know, a lot of people signing on. I have to say, I usually put a putty in here, but I forgot I didn't get my pens ready, and I didn't want to wait any longer to get started. I was so excited. And it's been a while since I've done a diamond art club painting too. So these are just blinding me. And so not only did I want to do this, I wanted to start right where I believe the focal point is, and that's her beautiful face. I want to also, you know, as my confidence grows in this medium, I am really enchanted by diamond painters that confidently go forward with changing colors or adding some extra bling. I know Single and Placing does this a lot. He is just so talented. He has such an eye for where he thinks something would do well, as far as let me add a special drill here or there. He's really good with that. And I think that there's also a company or a few companies that will do that for you. If you say, you know, I'd like to chart some special drills, what do you suggest? I think they'll do that for you. I'm not sure what company it is. This wax is pretty nice too. There's actually no gook being left behind on my drills. And my drills right now, they look like black diamonds. They look like, oh, what's that black shiny gemstone. I can't think of it right now. It's not an onyx. My cat right now wants to now kick up. Mr. Foofy, hey, hey, no. I have an antique rug, and all of a sudden he decides it's his scratching post. Mr. Foofy is new to the family. I adopted him through one of my son's friends, whose daughter was getting respiratory illness and being rushed to the hospital pretty often. And then finally they did some testing on her, and it turns out she was allergic to the cat. And so, heartbreakingly, the family had to give him up, and no one was taking him. And it was to the point where it was like, he's going to have to go to a shelter. And I just couldn't see that happening. I don't know the family. I met them when they came to bring us Foofy. He was named Foofy. I call you Mr. Foofy, right? I don't know if you could see him in there. He might just jump up here. And, you know, when the family came, he was in his carrier, and the carrier was like this big. And when the cat got out, the cat was this big. You get my drift with my arms, you know, going out of the frame. Oh, that was nice. I just dropped these all over. I've got the dropsies today. I think it's the change of weather. There we go. Or I'm just overly excited. I think that that's it. Because I am overly ambitious when it comes to doing things that I love. And you know, I did Mooch's Moon. I finished that diamond painting, and I ended up pre-ordering. I want to do a little video on what's on my wish list. I ended up pre-ordering Night's Rest. It's another Muka, but also another Muka that's in the green family, and that's going to go in my bedroom. She's just stunningly beautiful. Oh my god. And then last night when I made my video, well, I did my whip and chat, and then I just didn't like the way it was coming across. It was not the message that I wanted to send to the little community that I'm creating here. I didn't think that it was. Anyway, I ended up, after all that work, not having a whip and chat to put up. But I was talking about Diamond Art Club's Foxy Lady that's back. It's so cute. It's a little, again, with the big eyes. And my husband had an interesting philosophical story about why I'm attracted to those types of paintings. But I was talking about Foxy Lady. It's a little girl with a fox wrapped around her head, and it kind of looks like one of those fur hats. And it's actually his tail wrapped around her head, and she has two different color eyes, and so does he. And Diamond Art Club had a coupon for Get 15 that I will write up there for you. And at $39.99 with a Get 15, I was all over it. So I have a lot of diamond art paintings that I am going to be completing. Too many that I am going to be completing. Like, of course, I have this, and I've never given myself the permission to work on more than one painting. I just think, oh no, I need to finish this before I do that, and you know. But I have such a interest in so many of the paintings that are now stacking up in my bedroom. I can't wait to get my hands on a square drill. I can't even believe that I'm saying that out loud. But I think I said I was going to do Lilac first because I think that she was around. But I think that might change. I think I might do Crimson first because Crimson is a square and she's, oh my god. There's something also like, I know she's a Christmas themed diamond painting, but there's something vampirish about her. I think because she's so platinum white with that crimson red. It seems a little gothic. It's really absolutely stunningly beautiful. I can't wait. It's so out of my genre, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to kit her up. Oh my god. I went into a single placing here. I don't know if you can hear my husband in the background, but he's practicing, and it's like, I was going to wait for him to stop, but I'm like, if I wait for him to stop, I'm never going to get started, and I am like losing energy because my adrenaline is burning so much wanting to get this started. I love the little baby cat here, and especially now that I got Foofy. So being that Foofy was so big, my husband and I were kind of like, oh my god, what did we get ourselves into? The husband was so upset. I think Foofy was more his cat than the wife's. And I said, had we gone to see him prior to adopting him, I might have not taken him because he was so big, and I'm so glad that I didn't do that because he's got such a little personality. Oh my god, he's so funny. This morning I have French doors upstairs in my bedroom that lead out into a deck, and I had the of course the door open, and there's a screen door and a beautiful breeze coming in, and Foofy likes to lay there, and I heard him meowing, and it was so light and faint that I did not think that it was him. I thought maybe it was another cat outside, and it was him. And what he was doing, a little sparrow landed on the wire outside, and he was talking to it, and I'm like, oh my god. The owner had showed us that one of the family members that used to watch him had a parakeet, and they used to let the parakeet out, and he would play with the parakeet. And I'm like, oh. And he was so, in the video, he was so gentle with this parakeet. He would roll on his belly. And I'm like, oh boy, this cat is used to the little baby parakeet. And I'm going to have to text his previous owner and be like, Foofy's talking, because he checks in. The husband's name is Adam, and he was just really upset. And he drives past my house when he goes to work, and I'm like, anytime you want to knock on the door and see the cat, you're welcome. And he checks in on him to see how he's doing. I'm gonna have to tell him Foofy has a bunch of friends, and so that was just one little bird outside my front of my house, but the back of my house, in the yard, we have like an aviary back there. We have so many birds in the neighborhood, and they're all in the back, and so he loves being in the back window, and he talks to all the birds, and they just sit there. And what's the word that I'm looking for? My little Yorkie Honor, who passed away, when he would go outside in the yard, all the birds would come, and they would surround him. And I think because he was old and he couldn't see and hear that very well, they would just like almost guide him to where he was going in the yard. It was such a beautiful thing. And when John and I got married and we went on our honeymoon, of course, Honor went to stay with family, and the birds, we came back from our honeymoon before we had gotten Honor, because Honor was living it up in New York City. Every time I opened the door, the birds would come thinking Honor was coming outside, and then they would fly away because it was like, oh, there's no Honor, it's just the mommy. But when he came home from his little honeymoon away from the two of us, the birds were so happy and they were chirping so loud. I'm like, so this whole bird thing with this cat is like, I think of it as like a little sign for my honor. That, and we keep calling this cat a dog. Where's the dog? Because he's so big. And I think maybe because, we were dog owners. But it's more like this cat is like a dog because he answers to his name when we go out, and then we come home. He runs down the steps after us. He greets us like a dog. I've had cats. John has had cats. I never had a cat act that way towards me, ever. They just ignore you. They're like, yeah, okay, human, feed me, give me treats, buy me some toys to keep me occupied, change my litter. That's what all my cats were like. Oh my God, I cannot believe how sparkly delicious this kit is. I am barely touching the drills, and I'm barely touching the canvas. Just so nice the way everything is being applied here, from the stylus to the canvas. I mean, this is like a diamond. The Aurora Borealis are so bright and sparkly, but this is like also so, just look at those. For black, it's so hard. Black is such a flat color to get any shine off of it, but these are just, am I dropping them again on the glue? Okay. These are just gorgeous, so gorgeous. So my husband has been home. He takes the week off after my birthday, or during my birthday. He couldn't get the week of my birthday off, so he took the week after into Labor Day, which I think is nicer, because we can glide right into Labor Day, and the post office is closed, so he gets a holiday. But we weren't going to go away anywhere. We're going to do like a staycation instead, because there's a lot of things that we have on our list that we always want to do. And a lot of the things that we did was visit relatives. We never have the time to visit people. And so we visited a lot of our childhood friends, and we visited their families. So it was nice to get together with those people. Now, my husband grew up directly next door to my godmother, who has a son my age, and he and Michael, my husband and Michael, my cousin Michael, were best buddies. And so we went to go see my aunt, and my aunt would have these fabulous parties for birthdays, and she had this finished basement that had its own private entrance, and that's where we had all the birthday parties. And she just my aunt loved having kids in the neighborhood. She took care of all the kids in the neighborhood. And I said, John, you were at Michael's birthday parties. I, of course, was at Michael's birthday parties. My mother and my Aunt Roseanne were childhood friends. And Roseanne is my godmother, and my mother is Michael's godmother. I'm like, I know that there has to be a picture of you and I at one of Michael's birthday parties, sitting next to each other, and of course my aunt found it. And I mean, I've known John my whole life, but when he was younger, he had a lot of energy. he was a little bit of a pest. And we're at one of Michael's birthday parties, and I'm sitting at one end of the table, and he's all the way down the other end, and it looked like we both had too much energy that day. Probably I had a big piece of cake, and the sugar just made me nuts, but Johnny's always had a lot of energy, always. So that was good that we have that photograph now of us, our 5-year-old selves at a birthday party for my cousin and his best friend. I just love that. Our story always reminds me of The Alchemist. You know, your treasure is right there, right under your feet all the time. And so we did that during our staycation. We visited friends and family. And we both feel really good. John was saying that this morning as we got into the car. He was like, I feel so good that we got to see people that we don't see that often and catch up. And, you know, it's so great. And I agree. But one day I was really just so stressed and I was trying to diamond paint. And John was like, Elisa, step away from the diamond painting. You need to, your shoulders are into your ears, and I was like, I just want to get this diamond painting done. Because Drills and Chills is starting, and I don't want to have this hanging around, but it was giving me a problem, and so I, you know, was able to troubleshoot and get it done. But John was like, listen, I'm going to pick a movie. And I'm like, oh my God. he can watch a movie over and over again, whereas if I've seen something, I want to move on. I don't want to watch the same thing that I saw already. There's so much to see. I want to watch something new. And so he found a movie, and it was, okay, so I'm going to tell you who's in it first. Lady Gaga, Jeremy Irons, Salma Hayek, Adam Driver. If you watched Girls, you know who Adam Driver is. He was the boyfriend. And Al Pacino. Okay? Imagine this cast. And the name of the movie is House of Gucci. Oh my God. It's over 2.5 hours. And it is just beauty and elegance and Italy. Adam Driver is Gucci. Jeremy Irons is his father, the designer, the founder of, oh my God, I forgot somebody. The founder of the House of Gucci, along with his brother, Paolo, played by Jared Leto. Okay? Jared Leto. And I'm telling you it's Jared Leto because you're going to be watching the movie saying, where's Jared Leto? And not realize that you've been looking at him for like a half an hour already. He's so talented. And so Jeremy Irons is up there in years, and Mauricio is his son, and he wants nothing to do with this, you know. There's a lot of strings attached when you have that kind of wealth, you know, and he was not having it. But he goes to see his father to say, you know, he's in love with the character played by Lady Gaga, and you know, when you have that kind of wealth, the family sometimes thinks, oh, this girl only loves you because you have money. And, you know, if you marry her, you know, I'm going to abandon you and all that. You're out of the will, you know, all that drama. It's always Romeo and Juliet in some form. And, but that's what I'm going to tell you. But what was interesting was when he went to see his father and he walked into his home, entryway of the house was a painting, and it was a Klimt, and it was Portrait of Adele. Oh my God, it was stunning. And all I kept thinking was, I have to do that diamond painting yet. I think everyone has to do a Klimt. You know, you kind of think you might get lost in all that gold, but who cares? I think gold is so opulent. My girlfriend's home was white and gold, and that was it. White and gold. I could never live there. It's beautiful, but it's a showroom. She has fabulous taste. Everything is white. The rugs are white. The sofas are white. And all the accents are gold. It's beautiful. Oh my God, look how beautiful she is. Look how beautiful she is just coming along. It's just stunningly, it's mesmerizing. It really is. My husband was like, don't tell me you're gonna sit here and diamond paint today. I'm on vacation. Ugh. I'm like, no, of course not. What do you want to do? He wanted to go bowling. And then my son took off from work, and so we all went bowling. But I could tell you, I'm a horrible bowler. And I'm not lying. I mean, every bowl was a gutter bowl. Not everyone. I got lucky a few times, but if it wasn't going down the right side of the gutter, it was going down the left. My head just wasn't in it. My head was here, you know? But I was trying to be good and, like, you know, you should really spend some time, especially with my little baby having the day off. So we went out and we got some lunch and we played a few games of bowling. And my cat is freaking out. He never does this. He never does this. When I count how many I need for my stylus, it so reminds me of when I was a counted cross stitcher, which I was. And I did huge projects. Oh, here you are. Hello. Don't touch any drills, because guess what? I'll send you right back to your other home. Hi, Foof. Say hello. This is Foofy, Mr. Foofy. Hi, baby doll. He's so nosy. Nope, let's get down from there. Foof, let's get down. The first 2 weeks he was here, he was hiding. He wouldn't come out from under the bed. He was very scared. And then my son came over, like the cat whisperer, and got him to come downstairs and eat and drink water. It was just pitiful. He was so afraid. But he's such a love bug. He sits at the steps at night, waiting for us to go to bed, because he wants to go up. He wants to go up to bed. Oh, I really dropped these drills, didn't I? Oh, wow. I have them over here, too. And it's just so effortless picking them up. These are placers from Diamond Art. Yes, they're really nice. I like the way that they're bent so that it's bent a little bit so I can see where I'm going with this. Oh, that can stay there. There we go. It's just not even. It's a little wonky. You gotta move over a little bit, buddy. There you go. See how nicely, like, when you place the drill and it is covering the entire symbol, and then there's the coloring in the background that allows for no demarcation lines to show through. It's just such a pleasure to work on a Diamond Art Club canvas. And, you know, I can understand if you turned my video off last night when I was, talking about why I was upset about not, but, an hour's worth of work of just talking and then, ditching it all. And then and that was after the editing. And then, like, even during the editing, I was like, do I want to post this? And then I decided not to. But I was saying that I read a lot of the platforms. I read a lot of the comments on the platforms that I visit on YouTube, and that a lot of diamond painters are like waiting for the day that they could, get a Diamond Art Club diamond painting. And so, I'm telling you about that coupon, get 15. But I think if you're a new diamond painter and you download their app to your phone, you'll get 20% off. So that's a way of getting some, to be able to save some cash on a diamond painting, which is nice. And I'm sure they're going to have mega sales during the holidays and Black Friday sales, and that'll be another way. And really keep an eye out on their BOGO events where you can buy one, get one, and you could, get a girlfriend to pick a canvas, and then you both split the cost of the one. And I hear my husband. I'm going to hit this on pause because he will ask me something. Okay, asked and answered. It's Friday and it's beautiful out. And usually we would go out to dinner and take a nice walk, to the restaurant. But we went out last night because my tradition is when I finish a diamond painting that I like to have a glass of wine or a glass of champagne. So last night he was like, one of the local restaurants has got oysters with a glass of rosé for like $19. And I was like, I'm there. Let's go. We both love oysters. And then, we walked there, which was a nice walk. We got some oysters and we had a glass of rosé. I barely finished the rosé. I'm not really drinking that much anymore. But just a sip here and there. And it was nice. It was nice. I don't know that I want to go out again tonight though. But it is when, my mind is saying, what are you making for dinner? What's going on for dinner? What's in the fridge? What are we making? I am, I'm so quiet just watching this transform, watching her beautiful face transform in front of me. I love these 310s. They're beautiful. 310 is the black drill, if you're not familiar with that. Oh, what am I doing here? I can't really see them because they're so dark black. Let me move here. Is that one there? Yep. They're absolutely stunning. And I think this may be the first time that I sectioned off the areas of my canvas. And I think the first time I sectioned them off very precisely, straight down the middle, all even sections, where this time I just made larger sections and smaller sections, and like maybe one day I'll be in the mood just to do a little baby bit of diamond painting. There he is. Sorry about that, guys. My hubby came down with the same question that I had. What's for dinner? What are we doing? Are we going out? What's going on? Do I have her in here? Yeah. And I said, just give me 10 minutes. Am I opening this the right way? Let me see here. Okay. Oh, I love these containers. They're so pretty. But yeah, check out that Gem Flow, I believe it's called. I'll put the name down on the bottom. I'll put the name across the video when I edit here. It's really a wonderful app. Let's just move this guy over a little bit. I mean, the drills go down so nicely. So my husband did lose a bet. And I forget what the bet was if I lost. I forget. Because I was so sure I was going to win, I didn't even care. But if he lost, he had a diamond paint. So I'm going to get him one of these days that he's home. And I don't think I'll let him diamond paint this canvas, because I think that might disqualify me if I have my husband diamond paint on this canvas. But I'm trying to think of what I can have him diamond paint with me. I am going to kit up the Winter Fox, because I think that the Winter Fox is so big, I'm going to have to get a jump on her before the holiday. And then I'm going to leave the Dreamer Design kits that I bought to do during any event that's happening during the holiday season. Look at how I picked those up. Can she do it? I'll do it over here. But I need to find a space for her too. And I think it's going to be my piano. There's just diamond art everywhere in this house anymore. While I was finishing, what's going on in I think I'm distracted by the fact that my husband came down here looking for what to do next. He's trying to, I noticed it as the week is ending, and it's one more day down of vacation, and I know already, I can tell the anxiety has started that he's going back to work on Tuesday, and so now I have to do this. Tuesday is approaching, it's Friday, the weekend's just started, and I just wish that he could relax into the weekend, but he's got a rough job. He's parcel delivery, and he lifts a lot of packages, and his route is very heavy, and to be away from that scene since he went on vacation Thursday before my birthday. So my birthday was the 26th, 25th. So from the 24th of August, he's been on vacation, and it's been a while since we've spent a good hunk of time together. And so he was okay before the first weekend and my birthday and everything, and then he still had the week ahead of him to look forward to, but now I can see where it is starting to become more of a reality that Tuesday's coming, and Tuesday he's going back to work, and we do so much together as a couple, and then he comes home from work and he's tired, and we don't really have much time for anything. So he's having a birthday on the 18th of September, and he will be retiring in September of 2024, his next birthday. He'll have the time in to retire. And, the countdown begins. And it's like I try and tell him how quickly time is going. Like, he planned a huge, listen, we planned a wedding. And we're already coming up on our 2nd year anniversary. So, time waits for no one. It's just marching, along. And before you know it, September will be here and you will be getting ready to retire. But, when you just can't wait, it doesn't seem that way, But I try and do these little scenarios for him where, like, the holidays are coming, and then you have, holiday days that the post office is just closed, And so I try to make him aware that you have this many days off in December. You have these drop days. You have holidays. It would be really funny if he did this because he lost a bet and then really got into it. Because it is so relaxing. I forgot where I was. It is so relaxing, and it would be wonderful if he could fall into. But he has his music. He just went upstairs to read, and he was like, call me when you're done, and we'll decide what to do next. I know I'm only going to get the black parts done here, but, oh, it's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. My cat is freaking out. Again, I don't know what's going on with him today. This is the most active he's been. I think it's all the birds outside again. So I haven't loaded up since I started, so that's really nice. I should really let him pick a movie, since he does such a good job at picking movies. I am trying to still watch the next chapter of the book club with Candice Bergen and Jane Fonda and Mary Steenburgen and Diane Keane. They're 4 friends from college who are still friends today, and in the first movie they have a book club. That's how they get together. And in the first movie, it's Jane Fonda, of course, that has them reading 50 Shades of Grey, and it is just so funny. And they just came out with a part 2. It's really funny. I like things that, comedies and stuff, especially with strong, independent women. Oh, so beautiful. go. I couldn't wait to use my Elizabeth Ward storage system, and I've only used one container. That's okay. Push that guy up a little bit. There we go. What am I doing here? Trying to move you, and you're not wanting to be moved. That's the thing with poured glue canvases. You can't push your drills. It's better to just pick them up and move them because they push back. It's like a rubber band almost. Here we go. If you're not doing Drills and Chills, you have Drills and Chills is a community event for diamond painters that, well, not just diamond painters this year. It's for paint by numbers and I think cross stitch. Also, as long as it's fall themed or Halloween themed, it's a go. It has to be, I believe it has to be, I'm not 100%, but I believe it has to be licensed art. Oh, for the grand prize, it must be a licensed artwork. And it runs from September the 1st to October the 31st, so you still have time if you want to get a kit and you want to join the community. Drills and Chills 2023. And, but if you don't, it was really fun for me joining the Facebook page and looking at everybody's artwork. That was really nice. I mean, because there's all different, fall scenes and witches and scarier stuff too is in there. I think Harry Potter is in there. Yeah, so it was really a diverse grouping of diamond painting art that was available. And I don't even know how many participants are there this year. I know I saw a lot of comments on the Facebook page this morning because this morning you had to place your startup photo with no drills attached. So, they want to make sure you're starting with a clean canvas of, I guess you're going to move over here. I'm over here, I'm pushing this again. No drills attached. And it was really nice, again, because since I've been there since the day that I joined, it was really nice to see even more diamond painters with more works of art that pertain to the fall and Halloween. Oh, I think the canvas is just too far away from me. And these darker ones are so, I'm not kidding you, they're so shiny, they're actually blinding me. I'm not kidding. They're bouncing off the light and they're, shooting me right in the eye. Oh, the black is on here. He is going to be adorable with those orange eyes. So while I was waiting to catch back up to a movie that I can watch, I don't know if John will watch that with me, so it's probably something I'm going to watch while he is at work. But I did catch up on the whole second season of Carrie and the girls on Just Like That. I don't know how I feel about that ending at all. I don't know. Don't know how I feel about that ending. I don't know. I don't know what the message was there. Like I say, time waits for no one. I really just wanted to see Kim Cattrall. I miss her being a part of the show. She's such a great actress, and of course, when she showed up for her cameo appearance, she was all Samantha, you know? That character just, I don't know why she's not a part of the show or the season, but she is missed. I really am getting blinded by these sparkly drills here. Did I get that one? There we go. Hims is turned over on his belly. There we go. I think I need more drills in here. What do you think? I'm trying to play it out, but it's getting a little more difficult. Very nice, very nice. I think what I want to do sometime during this week coming up is get my GemFlow account up to date with all my diamond paintings, because it is that fabulous. It really is. Once you get on and you see what I'm talking about, you're going to be like, oh, this is really nice. And it's nice to have everything on your phone for when you're out and about, because my biggest dilemma is when I'm out and about is looking for frames. And at least I have the dimensions of the diamond painting right there in my account on my phone, so I don't have to guess anymore what the heck I'm doing. Or how big something is, or, oh, I wish I knew. It'll be right there for me. And even to have like a color swatching of all the colors that are in my kit right there, that helps also, because you're able to get a good idea of what type of frame might work, or anything else that you want for your diamond painting. Or maybe there's something that you use that you can't remember, but you have it right there in your little diamond diary. I really love that app. I really love that app. Oh, they're crunching in. I know I should have did like an alternating row and then filled in. Let's see here. I don't find that I get that crunchy sound like I do with the square drills. That's why those little shorts on YouTube where you see someone diamond painting do so well. It's that, they load up the stylus and it looks like jelly when they load their stylus with the wax. It looks real juicy, the wax. And then, the act of placing the diamond and hearing that slurpy sound, and that little pop, 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 is so, is so effective, because it's that whole ASMR. Oh, what am I doing here? What are you doing, Lee? You're just dropping diamonds anywhere now. Oh, I actually did get them in, but I screwed up the line here. There we go, fixed. That's why I think that why they're so popular when you see those diamond painting shorts. It's that sound. I haven't had a lot of luck with waxes that I buy, and I buy a lot of them. I like to support small businesses, but my waxes are either hard or they are too soft, and so I find like I'm always reloading them or wiping them off of the canvas, or yeah, it's you find what you like, you know. I know, and I watch other diamond painters, and I never see them reloading their diamond pen, and I don't think that they're stopping the film to reload. I just think that there's something that I'm missing. Boom and boom. Okay. I have these tweezers open and they're so oh, that's not near me. Here we go. Okay, let's do these rows, and then I'm gonna call it, and I'll give you an up close look at this beauty, and then I'm going to post this over at Insta. I know what's going on here. It's the edge of this in my way. And it's also the fact that I'm leaning over to try and diamond paint. It is making a little crunchy sound in there, but not like the squares. The squares just snap in shoulder to shoulder. Oh, I just noticed somewhere else. I hope my head is not getting in the way. You know what I say? The gods are always listening. Everything was just floating along just fine, but I spoke it out loud. There we go. Oh, and I got my hand on there. Not good. Don't do that. Don't lean on your diamond painting. Let me just get these few in here. I'll fix those off camera. But I see. Let's get these in here too. It's the cellophane that's like I'm pushing it up and out of the way, and I'm hitting the mark wrong here. There we go. Let's just finish that line off. And there we go. And I see that there is her mouth over here. Beautiful. Stylus down. And this one little section that I was able to complete today. And I thank you for joining me and for keeping me company. I hope that you are part of the Drills and Chills community, or thinking about it, thinking about joining. Or if you're not, just thank you for being here. And let me know if you are. Leave me a comment if you got this far. How about if you leave me a little black cat? That would be sweet. It is TGIF. So enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you soon with another update. Bye. I'm sorry, I have to turn this around. Create the world that you want to live in. Bye.